Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are at my grandma's house and we are looking at this other vacuum that we're going to be reviewing today, and it is the Hoover Elite Rewind Deluxe bagless vacuum cleaner. So this is my grandma's second vacuum. It lives up here in this bonus room, and this is where it gets used. So this one gets used a little bit less often than the Shark Lift Away, but it gets used every now and then, maybe once a month or so, up here. So yeah, we're just going to be reviewing it today. I'm going to talk about some things that I like and don't like, and this was my personal vacuum before I gave it to my grandma. So yeah, so this is a very nice color vacuum. It's a bright red, and this vacuum is, well, I guess you could say it is kind of a rare vacuum. They discontinued this not long after they started it, and they didn't make a ton of these. I mean, they made a good amount. It wasn't like a super rare find, but they didn't make a lot of these as much as, like, say, the T-Series line or like some of the older wind tunnels. But yeah, so the Elite has been a vacuum for a very long time. They still have Elites today. They don't look like this. This one was made in 2009. This was not too long before they discontinued making this vacuum. I think they quit making this in 2010, and I think it came out in 2005. This one was made in 2009. So yeah, it is obviously a bagless vacuum, and this canister has broken, so I Velcroed it shut. You could have bought a new canister, but I couldn't find one. Also, just what's the point? That seems to work fine. But the vacuum is in really good shape. So yeah, it has a height adjustment. It does not have a way to completely shut off the brush roll. I wish it did. I mean, well, actually, I take that back. It doesn't really need one up here where it's literally all carpet. But if you have a lot of tile or wood floors in your house, it probably wouldn't be good because this thing does kick around a bit. It does have a pretty good filtration system. It's got this HEPA filter on the side. There we go. And then it's also got a filter inside the canister. It's in that gray compartment. I'm not going to take it apart because it's kind of complicated, but basically you just twist this red thing off, and then you twist the gray thing off, and the filter's inside of there. This one does have a retractable cord, which is nice, and it actually works. It's not one of those crappy retractable cords that you have to feed it and feed it and feed it. You just push the button, and I mean, watch this. That was actually slower than I've usually seen it. Maybe it's gotten a little slower over time. But yeah, it does go in nevertheless. It does have a headlight. It's very dim headlight, but it does have a headlight. And obviously it also has a brush roll. It works very well. So yeah, there's the power switch in the back, and there's the pedal to make it go down. Now, I found this in the garbage, and it didn't have any of the attachments, but it should have come with a upholstery tool right here, and an extension wand and crevice tool, and a turbo brush on the front. It's missing the turbo brush, and it's missing the holder. As you can tell, it's supposed to mount to the handle. But yeah, so the cord is pretty short. This room really isn't that long, and if I plug in the cord over there, I can just barely make it all the way over here. So it's really not that long of a cord. I think it's 24 feet. So yeah, that would be a little bit of a setback. But I guess let's just go ahead and run it. It's got really good suction for sure. But you just pull the cord out. And that is with a full length of cord too. You just pull it out until it quits. There we go. There's no indicator to tell you when it stops, but you just pull it until it stops. let's plug it in down there, and let's go ahead and use it. So, like I said, there's the power switch. It's not very loud. It's really not that loud. It's really not that heavy either. I mean, it's a little heavier than what you might want, but it's not that heavy. Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and run it, and I'll show you how this thing works. You just push it down, push the on-off switch. Easy to push. Very easy to push, actually. This carpet's a thin rug, but still easy to push. And you can hear that it's sucking stuff up. I just vacuumed not too long ago, but still, it's sucking stuff up. You can go over here, get on this carpet, and I'll come back over here and move this chair out of the way so we can do that carpet. Got my cord. Back around. So yeah, there you go. This one has just a little bit of an odor to it. Nothing too major. That was probably because I found it in the garbage. But let's look at the canister here. Oh, not too bad. After not vacuuming, or after vacuuming not too long ago, that's not bad. So here's how this thing's supposed to work. As you can tell, there's supposed to be these little tabs down here. So when you would push this button, you would push the tabs and it would open it. But those tabs have broken off, making that pretty much pointless. And they're supposed to latch in. So basically what I did is I just took a Velcro, taped it to the bottom, and it's been working ever since. And I've had this vacuum for almost 6 years. So yeah, the suction is very good. Oops. Got good suction power, and that just fits right on there. And it just kind of looks cool. I like the way this looks. This vacuum looks pretty cool. I can demonstrate the cord rewind. Yeah, there you go. That's a good cord rewind. So yeah, you just push on that button. Yeah. So pros and cons about this vacuum. Bagless can be both a pro and a con. You already know how I feel about that. It doesn't have a way to shut off the brush roll, and from what I know of, it doesn't have a. Yeah, it doesn't have like a squeegee or something either. So this thing can't really be used for hard floors, unfortunately. So if you have a lot of wood in your house, that might not be good. It is pretty quiet overall. It's a little heavier than some might like, but it's really not that heavy. It's pretty easy to push as well. It does have a indicator, so when it's clogged, that will pop up. I think it's just a little yellow light that comes on or something in there. It's got a pretty good filtration system. It's got a HEPA exhaust filter, and it's got a canister filter. It's got a hose that you can, it's pretty easy. It just pulls right out, and you can actually stretch pretty far with it. It's really not too bad, and really, you just pop it back on, wrap it around. That's it. Pretty simple vacuum, easy to use. Just have a couple switches in the back. Everything's pretty easy to find. So yeah, overall, this is a really good vacuum. I mean, obviously, everything has good and bad things about it, but this is a good vacuum. They don't make them anymore, but if you do find to use one of these and you need a vacuum, hey, give it a little cleanup, and it's good to go. I found this thing in the garbage. Someone threw it away. It smelled like absolute crap, but I just gave it a cleanup. It works perfectly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.